The second conditional. Type 2 conditional. English grammar lesson. Sorry, if I had much money, I will lend you. This is an example of second conditional sentence. The first sentence, if I had much money, is simple past. And the second sentence, I will lend you, is past future. This time we want to talk about the grammar rule. The first sentence is simple past, and the second sentence is past future. Simple past tense shows that you're talking about something that has already happened in the past. It emphasizes that the action is finished in the past. And past future is used to express the idea that in the past an action or event was predicted, planned, promised, expected, or obliged to be done in the future of the past. We begin with the simple past. First is verbal sentence. Here are the formulation how to make it. There are positive using verb to, negative using did not or didn't plus verb 1, and interrogative using did in front of the sentence. And the second is nominal sentence. Here are the formulation how to make it. There are positive using be or to be, was and were plus complement. Negative just add not after be or to be. And interrogative moving be or to be, was and were in front of the sentence. Look at the example. If I had much money is verbal sentence. I is a subject and had is verb 2. The other sentence, I would lend you, is using past future. Past future is using modal past, would. First is verbal sentence. Here are the formulation how to make it. There are positive using would plus verb 1, negative using would not plus verb 1, and interrogative using would in front of the sentence. And the second is nominal sentence. Here are the formulation how to make it. There are positive using would be plus complement, negative just add not after would, and interrogative moving would plus subject and be in front of the sentence. Look at the example. I would lend you is verbal sentence. I is subject, would is modal past, lend is verb 1. In formulation, if you want to make a simple past or past future, you may use either verbal sentence or nominal sentence. It depends on the situation you make it. Sorry, if I had much money, I would lend you. This is the example of the second conditional sentence. The first part is simple past and the second part is past future tense. What does it mean? The second conditional is used to express an unreal or unlikely situation in the present and future conditions. It refers to things that will not possibly happen or hypothetical in the present and future if a condition is met. We are predicting an unlikely result in the present and future. Second conditionals are also known as type 2 conditionals. The second conditional uses simple past in the if clause and the past future in the main clause. Let's look at this sentence again. Sorry, if I had much money, I would lend you. The sentences are simple past and past future. If I had much money is the condition. This is an if clause because it begins with if. Also, we have to use a comma at the end of an if clause when the if clause comes at the beginning of the sentence. What is the result of this if clause? The result is I would lend you. Here I'm saying it is impossible that I would lend you on the condition of having no money by saying sorry. I am predicting that this is unlikely result in the present and future. Notice the example. Sorry, if I had much money, I would lend you. If I had much money, using simple past, the if clause, had in that sentence is the past form of verb have. And I would lend you, using past future, the main clause. Would is the past form of the modal verb will. Let's look at some other example sentences in the second conditional. We can see the condition and the result. The grammar is using simple past plus past future tense. She is so shy. If she talked to people, she would make friends. The condition is if she talked to people. The result is she would make friends. She is so shy is the important matter. She is impossible to make friends because of her shyness. If I had such a large house as yours, I would invite my friends for the weekend. The condition is if I had such a large house as yours, and the result is I would invite my friend for the weekend. The fact is I don't have a large house. He is sick. If he went to school, I would be happy. The condition is if he went to school, and the result is I would be happy. But he is sick. He is impossible to go to school. All of these sentences begin with an if clause. And this is unlikely or impossible result in the present or future. Notice the example. Sorry, if I had much money, I would lend you. The sentence, if I had much money, is if clause, the condition. And the sentence, I would lend you, is main clause, the result. If clause as the condition is the first sentence, And the second is the main clause as the result. How there is a comma after the if clause when the if clause is at the beginning? A comma is necessary between the two clauses. So we have seen the order of if clause, comma, main clause, which is the condition plus result. But we can also change the order of the sentence and have the main clause, the result, before the if clause, the condition. How can we change our example sentence? Sorry, if I had much money, I would lend you. How can we change it to this order? We say, sorry, I would lend you if I had much money. I would lend you is main clause, the result. If I had much money is if clause, the condition. With this order, we don't use a comma between the clauses. Note that you can use sentence whether with comma or without comma, but the most important thing is following the pattern. Let's change the order of the example sentences we have already seen. She is so shy. If she talked to people, she would make friends. If she talked to people is if clause. She would make friends is main clause using comma after word people. This becomes she is so shy. She would make friends if she talked to people. She would make friends is main clause. If she talked to people is if clause. That sentence is using no comma. He is sick. If he went to school, I would be happy. If he went to school is if clause. I would be happy is main clause using comma after word school. This becomes he is sick. I would be happy if he went to school. I would be happy is main clause. If he went to school is if clause. That sentence is using no comma. In the second conditional, we can often use were instead of was after if, especially in more formal style. You can see the examples here. Remember, condition is using simple past and the result is using past future. If the weather were nice, I'd go to the beach. If I were you, I would study more. If I were a bird, I'd fly to beautiful places. If he were here, I would invite him to cinema. See, to be or be were in each of examples. Example 1 to 4. This is what you have to change because this situation is conditional sentence. It means impossible to make it happen. The second conditional, we can use modal verbs might and could instead of would to express the degree of certainty, permission, or a recommendation about the outcome. Here are the examples. Remember, always have a condition, simple past, and the result, past future. I put condition in the beginning of this sentence this time. If we had more money, we might buy a larger house. If you gave him your ticket, he could go to the concert. If he called me, I couldn't hear. See the words here. Might and could replace would. Okay, in this last session, I will test your understanding about the second conditional. If you can do it easily, it means you understand well about this material. The exercise. Fill in the gaps with the type 2 conditional sentences. Please read and do it whole number of exercises. Just 5, not much. Here is the exercise of second conditional. I'll give you 5 minutes. Please pause this video. Hopefully, this English grammar lesson about the second conditional is useful. If you did, click like and subscribe to our channel. So, you know when we created new videos to help you improve your English. Thank you very much for watching this video. A new language is a new history of life. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.